The Daughters of Lithuania have been helping the children at the school in Smalininkai for several years now. This year we've provided financial support, 5 Samsung Galaxy tablets, lots of English reading books, as well as our own St. Kazimier's Lithuanian School sweatshirts. In the month of May, we funded an excursion for students and their families to the Baltic Sea and a nearby dolphinarium. Out of the 44 people that went, 33 had never seen the sea before. Everyone was very grateful for this joyful experience and all the memories that were made. Last spring, we took on a project to remodel the one bathroom that all 22 kids share at the Gumuliausku foster home, which was in desperate need of repair. Here are photos of the finished project after we hired a contractor who gutted the space and replaced all the plumbing, electrical, heating, tile, cabinets, and even installed radiant floor heating. One of our members, Laima Sereika, and her husband, Consular Officer Gediminas Sereika, visited during the remodel to spend some time with the kids and check on the progress of construction. The Gumuliauskai and all the kids are thrilled with the results and extremely thankful. Another excursion that we sponsored was for 13 students from the Raseiniai School for Special Needs Children. Their teacher, Virginia Knechunina, took the kids to several historic sites and parks in Lithuania. They all had a fantastic time, learned a lot, and are very grateful. It is with immense gratitude that I share this next story. 2 of our most generous supporters, Charles and Helena Kairis, have donated full scholarships for 4 students to attend the Craftsmanship School, Sodziaus Meistriai. This school takes at-risk kids and offers them the opportunity to learn a trade, for which there is a demand. Several of the trades offered are culinary, including a pastry specialty, carpentry, roofing, and land management. Not only do they teach these trades, the administration here realizes the importance of caring for the whole child, so they also offer general education, art and music lessons, safe, comfortable accommodations, as well as health services. The students remodeled this space to create a chapel and built all the furnishings themselves. This school is a cause that is near and dear to the heart of one of our members, Renata Gaidiena. She and her husband are Consul General Darius Gaidys, and their 2 boys visited the facilities last summer. Here they are in the Ambassador's Garden, where 2 years ago, a group of international ambassadors planted seedlings which will grow and flourish just like the students will. Renata met with the director, Dalia Beigienė, to tour the kitchen lab, admire a thesis project of one of the students, and check on the progress of the construction of the dormitory rooms. This is Alexandras. He is one of the 4 students receiving a scholarship. He comes from a broken, dysfunctional family. Alexandras, though, remains optimistic and is kind, caring, and responsible. Because of Chuck and Helena's gift of education, he and 3 other students will have their dreams come true and the bright futures they deserve. So now, let's travel way back in time to January 2015 and the trip the 5 of us took to Lithuania in the middle of winter. The Daughters of Lithuania portion of the Tom's Winter Boots was delivered to Vilja's apartment in Vilnius. We spent days opening the boxes and organizing the quantities and sizes to be delivered to the various locations we support. There were boots everywhere. Poor Vilja had a hard time finding a place to sit in her own apartment. Kent, in his new favorite hat, was the designated driver, I was the navigator, and Birute, Vilija and Dana kept the conversation lively during the long trips on those cold and icy roads. Our first stop was the school in the rural town of Smalininkai. The director, Artūras Matokaitis, greeted us warmly and helped organize the shoes according to size and classrooms for distribution. We taped our sizing charts to the floor and were ready to measure children's feet and give away boots. I don't know who had more fun, us or the kids. It was such a treat to interact and connect with these excited students. They were so curious about us and America and enjoyed practicing their English language skills with us. Then it was time to test drive the boots. A fresh layer of snow had fallen that morning, and the kids had a blast playing outside. Once everyone was back inside, we had time for one last group photo, which made the newspaper the next day, along with an article about our visit and gifts. Back on the road the next day, we went to visit our friends at the Gumuliausku Foster Home for Children. Dalia and Vladas Gumuliauskai foster 22 children in their home just outside of Šiauliai. It was so delightful to see all the kids again, and they were thrilled with the Tom's winter boots. We spent the afternoon trying them on, taking fun photos, hanging out, and catching up on all that's happened since we were last there. Naturally, the little ones couldn't wait to go outside and play in the puddles, and the older girls wanted to have their pictures taken and share fun stories with Kent and Birute. Back inside, we were treated to a huge platter of delicious cepelinai, Kent's favorite. Our trusty little van took us on our next road trip through picturesque villages to the town of Pakruojos. Here at St. John's Church, we met with the priest in charge of the parish and his assistant, Roma Bartkevičiūtė. At the Pamusha Home for Children, Roma explained to the kids who we were and what our mission was, since this was our first time visiting there. The kids also wanted to share and show us their rooms, their pets, and the creative snakes they make with discarded candy wrappers. The tour continued to the study hall and dining areas. Then it was time to start measuring feet and distributing boots. We left having made lots of new friends and also were able to offer monetary support to this children's home thanks to your generous donations. Have I mentioned how cold it was and how icy the roads were? Well, thank goodness we were so warmly welcomed at our next stop by our close friends at the Raseiniai School for Special Needs Children. Virginija Knačiūnienė is a teacher there who years ago reached out to the Daughters of Lithuania for support to help her students with severe disabilities. Your donations have supplied many valuable teaching aids, including computers and programs to help facilitate learning. The gift of Tom's boots was greatly appreciated as well. After hot tea with Kibine, both organizations signed a mutual agreement to continue to offer assistance to these children who face many challenges. One very special day, we headed out of Vilnius to visit a truly inspirational boy, Eimantas. Amantas was badly injured and left paralyzed after a car accident. The Daughters of Lithuania have been helping this single mother get back on her feet after this tragedy. We try to bring him some joy and hope, but instead, it's always Eimantas who lifts our spirits and makes us smile. We kept taking all kinds of photos of him until finally he got fed up, asked for the camera, and took this photo of us. For our next destination, we decided to take the train. We're on our way to St. Joseph's Home for Families in Paparciai. We have been supporting this children's home for well over a decade and have grown very close to the director Ruta Kanclerita as well as all the kids there. We were so excited to see them, and it looks like the feeling was mutual. The boys immediately dragged Kent outside for snowball fights and to make snow angels, and the rest of us followed shortly. It brought us such joy to spend time with our friends, our angels. Your donations have had an incredibly positive impact on the lives of the kids here, and they in turn are so very grateful for these relationships and to know that people care. It was with heavy hearts that we had to say goodbye and get back on the train to Vilnius. One last trip out of the city and down rural roads, we made our way to our final destination, the Rumbonis Orphanage and Home for Seniors. Sisters Danutė, Sonata, and Vita run these facilities with the children's and seniors' utmost well-being in mind. Our relationship with Rumbanis goes back many, many years, and our support for these nuns is unwavering. We presented them with a monetary gift, lots of winter boots, and then took a short walk through the cemetery to the seniors' residence. Sister Vita is responsible for the welfare of the seniors and is a devoted and loving caregiver. We had the honor of spending the afternoon visiting with the ladies, who are fondly referred to as močiutės. Before we left, Sister Danutė requested to send a message to all of you gathered here today.
Aš noriu pasakyti, kad jūs pirmiausia tai labai myliu, nes žinau, kad jūs ir mus mylite, ir labai daug aukojate, daug įdedate širdies. Ir jeigu šiandien galėčiau, tai kad ir kaip paukštis atskrisčiau, jūs visas priglausčiau, išbučiuočiau, išdėkočiau ir grįžčiau į Lietuvą, be Lietuvos negalėčiau gyventi.